What's up? This is Gilbert Arenas rocking with the 3-Point Conversion Radio. Y'all tune in. Holla at your boy.
Right now, on the court, in the weight room, in the training room, he is focused right now. He's found his focus, and you saw it tonight. I thought he was fantastic tonight. I thought this was one of his better games of the season. From start to finish, I mean, the scoring is one thing, but the defense, the rebounding, the activity, that's what we need every night. And if he plays at this level, he takes our team to a different level. So I thought he was fantastic tonight.
Jason Brown.
JB, it's good to see you. Congrats on the win. Sort of from a long-term team perspective, earlier in the year after you had some time off and you would come back and play a game, and earlier this year there were a couple games where you just had too many turnovers. You look at your assist turnover ratio tonight. Does this sort of show the growth of a young team that is really encouraging for a head coach to see?
It's encouraging because I think we've had moments. I'm thinking of the Chicago game after a long break. We came out and we turned it over 25 plus times. I thought we'd become more mature in these games, and we've handled ourselves. We played the right way. We just didn't knock down shots tonight. I thought we had good looks, and maybe that's just knocking the rust off of being off for a week. We're playing with different lineups. That's a little different for us right now. We're going to have to find our footing here, and I think that's one of the things I'm going to have to work through as the leader and the coach of this team is finding this rhythm now with the guys. It felt different to me out there tonight, just bringing Devonte off the bench for the first time, and, Zeller's back in the rotation, and, we're going to need a minute to settle our feet on these rotations. But to answer your question, I thought, to have 9 turnovers and, we didn't beat ourselves tonight. Give them credit. I thought they played well too, but we didn't beat ourselves tonight, and we found a way to close that game.
Rod Boone.
Yeah, JB, to kind of piggyback off that, I was going to kind of ask you, what was it like to be able to kind of go 10 deep early on for the first time in a while? I mean, to be able to look at your bench and see players who you haven't been able to kind of have and be able to play with whoever you want to. What was it like? And like I said, how much of a challenge would it be for you to be able to kind of figure out who you want to play and what works?
Yeah, look, I felt like on the road trip we had some rhythm. There was some rhythm there, and we took a week off. And now we have a new group. I feel like we're reintroducing guys in different spots, It felt a little bit uncomfortable out there for a minute, but we'll get there. We'll find our rotation. We'll find our guys and how we play this thing. So I'm not worried about that. I think we knocked a little bit of that rust off. But it did feel different tonight, Rod, to answer your question. I mean, it's a different rotation for us. But I think our guys handled it, with maturity. I like going 10 deep. I think it allows us to be more fresh down the stretch, not only within the game, but in the season. I think we're going to be fresh as we come down the stretch here. So I'll just have to manage those minutes along the way.
Thanks.
Rafael.
Hey, Coach Rafael from a 3-Point Conversion. Just to stay on that topic of the bench, bench players had 29 points tonight as a whole. You talk about mixing up with the lineups. How long will it take for you to say, okay, let me go ahead and switch this lineup instead of just saying, because it is new, let's stick with what we have right now and just see how it, conforms?
Yeah, we'll let this group, run. I'm not going to make, any moves right now. This will be our group most likely moving forward. It's just how we plug and play the reserves off the bench, and I think that's where I can tinker a little bit and find some different lineups that we like. And, I think it'll be similar to what you saw tonight. We just got to get more comfortable there. This is not about, I'm not going to make a ton of, rotational moves here. I think we just got to get more comfortable with it. This is new for Tay. Tay's never, Tay hasn't come off the bench in a while. So this is going to be new for him and finding his rhythm. Malik's played well in certain rotations. Miles played well. We're playing Cody Martin in this rotation and Biz. So mixing and matching the starters with the reserves, I think is going to be important. And it's just going to take some time, but we can get there.
And real quick, do you believe that the fact that you were able to play 10 deep, it allowed Terry to be fresh in the fourth quarter to take over?
Yeah, I think that's part of it. Terry always feels fresh to me. So, I can't really, speak to that one. But I think in general, we will keep our guys fresher playing the 10 deep, and I think as we close in fourth quarters, as I said earlier, we should be much more fresh. And then we've got, 36 games to play in a very short amount of period. We should be fresh down the stretch as well.
James, go ahead.
Hi, James Clarite, SB Nation. Coach, congrats on the win. Just want to
Where are you from?
Manchester, England, Coach.
Is that where you live?
That's where I live.
All right, welcome.
Thank you. About just before 3 a.m. over here, so worth staying up for, though.
Yes.
Just want to touch on Cody Martin, seen some more time in rotation recently, and just wanted to kind of touch on what you've seen from him recently to earn that.
Well, he really impacts our defense. He, as I've said before, pound for pound, he's one of, if not our best defender. He really impacts the game. We put him on the ball a number of times, and I think good things happen for us when he's in the game. Somehow, some way he impacts winning, defensively, getting a stop, a rebound, a 50-50 ball. He made shots tonight. He gets to the rim. He plays unselfishly. Those are qualities we need, especially in his role. We have a number of scorers on this roster. Now we need some guys that can defend at a high level and be spacers and ball movers. And I think he does both of those things.
We'll go with Richard Walker, and last question will go to Will Kunkel. Richard, go ahead.
Coach Borrego, when it was 93-90, you called timeout. Detroit had hit 5 3-pointers in the quarter at that point. They didn't hit anymore. Was there a fundamental change on your defense? Because their last 2 3-point attempts were real hurried shots. Obviously, they're scrambling, but it feels like your defense changed those last 3 minutes and 24 seconds.
Yeah, I thought we locked in defensively. We had some breakdowns there. We'll watch the film and get better there. But I thought we closed with a better defensive effort and urgency and focus. And we found a way to get it done. And we've done that. We've been a good defense down the stretch last 3-4 minutes of games. We got to be better, though, in those, earlier parts of the fourth quarter, early parts of the third quarter, because they did have good looks. And we're going to have to watch that and see how we can correct that. But I think the energy down the stretch was better. The contest effort was there. And we got some stops that really got us that win tonight.
Hey, JP, you mentioned Tay coming off the bench. What was that conversation like? I'm sure he had, not a huge problem with it, or maybe he was ticked.
No, I mean, Tay's a team guy. The conversation was what you would expect from Tay. He's a team first guy. He's going to do what's best for the team. He understands these minute, restrictions on him, and we got to get him more comfortable. And he can do that off the bench. So Tay's going to be fine. It's going to feel a little bit different for him as it was for him tonight. And I'll have those conversations with him tomorrow. But he handles it with maturity and professionalism, and that's who Tay is.
And then real quick, you mentioned PJ's focus. What changed? What now all of a sudden is, and what makes you think this is here for good?
Yeah, I've seen his work. I think it really comes down to his work, Will. His work on the floor in the weight room, his commitment to the getting treatment and taking care of his body, to his diet, all those things of being a professional. I think he's locked in here. And I don't want to get into, beginning part of the year. Look, he's found his way, and we need him to. When PJ plays at this level, we're a much different team. So I don't expect him to slide back.
Thanks, Coach.
Great. Thank you so much, JB.
Thanks, everybody.